is Benjamin Šeško? That is the question that we're going to be answering today. The 19-year-old Slovenian has been linked with a move to Manchester United. He's a centre-forward, massive raw potential, but also a wonder kid on Football Manager. We're going to dive into where he's come from, his playing style, and how he will fit into Manchester United. Let's dive straight in. Benjamin Šeško currently plays for RB Salzburg in Austria. Born in Slovenia in 2003, he's 6'4" and 19 years old. For me, Sesko could be a real complete forward. He's got pace, he's got ability in the air, nice first touch, and finishes really well. But let's go back to his youth career. Benjamin Šeško came through in his hometown for NK Radici. Then he moved to NK Krisko in 2016. For NK Krisko, of course, scored 59 goals in 23 appearances for their under-15s. A goal, on average, every 27 minutes. He then moved to NK Domžale in 2018, scoring 21 goals in 23 appearances for their youth team, earning a €5 million move to, of course, RB Salzburg. He scored 5 goals in 7 games for their under-18s and earned himself to Salzburg's partner team, Liefering, in the second division in Austria, which was really his standout season, scoring 21 goals in 30 games. As you can see by his heat map, he's a striker that operates very much in that penalty area, maybe drifts a little bit more left than he does on the right-hand side. For Liefering, not only was it the 21 goals, but he registered himself 6 assists, being directly involved in a goal every 77 minutes. But I want to take you to the back end of his spell at Liefering, where something clicked for the big Slovenian forward, who scored 18 goals in 17 games in 2021, with 13 of those coming in his last 7 appearances, averaging a goal every 41 minutes in that run. He then returned to Salzburg in the 21-22 season, playing 36 games, scoring 10 goals and grabbing himself 7 assists, with a goal involvement every 91 minutes. But let's drill into Benjamin Šeško as a centre-forward. I think he's definitely evolved during his time in Austria to become a more complete forward than he started with. I think one of the big things when you looked at his back end of his spell at Liefering was very much an advanced forward. Scored a lot of goals, spinning in behind defences and finishing off moves. Of course, like RB Salzburg, Liefering play a 4-4-2 diamond with a number 10 in behind 2 centre forwards. Sesko likes to drift to that left-hand side. Scored a hat-trick on his last game for Liefering. So had 9 shots on goal, missed a big chance, didn't create a single chance, but at the same time, hat-trick hero for the German Bundesliga 2 club. I think from that point onwards, I think we've seen him a lot more complete at Salzburg, where he will receive the ball to feet, where he'll be a little bit deeper, where he'll get on the ball in those deeper areas. For, of course, Manchester United, where will he fit in? You know, it's very simple. He is a centre-forward, so well play through the middle. I think when we take a look at Manchester United's sort of strongest 11 right now, with the sort of Fred Eriksson double pivot, Delo Malacia at fullback, of course Lisandro Martinez at centre-half with Harry Maguire, De Gea in goal, Sancho, Bruno, Rashford, and of course Sesko through the middle. If Manchester United were to go after the diamond in the making, I think a Europa League experience would be really good for him. You think Manchester United got the Europa League, they've got the League Cup, they've got the FA Cup, which could be good. We've seen Sesko, of course, come over to Austria, play for Liefering, then play for Salzburg, and now this season I think he's really going to explode in terms of quality. But playing as a number 9 for United is pretty simple. As we mentioned previously, he's a player that likes to spin in behind opposition's defences, to be found by through balls from one of the attacking midfielders. But he also, one of the things I quite like about him is his positional play in the final third. Something that may have to be adapted and changed. Obviously, Erik Ten Hag loves a forward that receives to feet, gets himself turned and linked with teammates. At the moment, Sesko is very much playing as that kind of penalty box striker. Last season in the Austrian Bundesliga, a lot of his goals were within the penalty area, either from a teammate crossing from a wide area and him being in between the fullback and the outside centre-half to finish off the move, or receiving in and around the box. Not linking in that area as much as maybe he could do with a little bit of development. I think one of the big things that he's good at in that middle third of the pitch is quick play in that area could allow United to transition quickly through him, then Bruno, then looking to play one of the wide players to make that move in behind, as we've seen that's become a bit of a trend under Erik ten Hag. But I think with Sesko, that's part of his play that he can be developed. One of the things that he does really, really well, it's in that penalty area. When you think you've got Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, potentially Christian Eriksen moving into that number 10 area, there's a lot of creativity there, which kind of means, signing someone like a Sesko that at the moment you'd say finishes well, stays away from the ball in the final third, has good hang time when the ball's crossed into the box, got a little bit of skill to get a shot off in the penalty area. That could be a good role for him. We know Eriksen loves that cross from the inside right channel. We know that Bruno has started to really develop his cross from the inside left channel. Rashford can go on the outside, can come on the inside and whip a cross ball to the back post. Sancho's playing as this right winger this season, so there'll be more balls into the box there. But I think there are areas where Benjamin Šeško needs to improve. I think his leap sometimes, it's absolutely fantastic at good high and hang time. Sometimes he kind of mistimes his jumps. He's a little bit of a raw finisher when the ball's in the box, in and around the box. Sometimes he goes for absolute power, which sees his shots fly over the bar. But I do think there's something there. He's still got a conversion rate of 16.7% in all competitions. For me, the elite level is anything between 15 and 20, 25, 30% is top quality conversion rate. One thing I'd say as well, maybe working onto that left foot a little bit more, having his sort of duality in the final third in terms of finishing. There's quite a few times you'll see Sesko be on the left-hand side of the box. Instead of letting the ball go across his body and cracking it across, he will chop back onto that right foot, which means that the keeper can get himself set, but also blocks can come in. But I do think there is big potential for Benjamin Šeško. So what is next? He is the next potential superstar great striker. He truly has world-class potential. One of the things that I do think he needs a little bit more professional playing time. He's played just over 1,500 minutes for Salzburg last season. We're looking at the kind of the numbers and that as a development point. The big young players in the world, your Haalands, your Sterlings, those types of players, they will play quite a bit when they're young. So I think that's one thing that Sesko definitely needs to do for the next year is get more game time. Again, only 1,500 minutes for the Salzburg first team. But I do think that the potential's there. I don't know if he's quite ready for a Premier League move right now. I think if Manchester United were to buy him now and then loan him back to Salzburg, that could be absolutely fantastic for his development. We know how many good strikers come through at Salzburg. Recent memory, Haaland, Adeyemi. There's many other names. Get them in the comments below. I think taking Haaland as an example as well for Benjamin Šeško, he actually moved in January after he started scoring goals through that season. He'd scored 16 in 14 Austrian Bundesliga appearances and had 8 in the UCL group stages. And Haaland was only there for around 12 months. And that's something that Sesko could follow. Follow that similar career path that if he starts firing this season like he has done, obviously the goal and assist in the game against Austria, Vienna, first game of the season, starting with a bang. If he continues that hot streak, Manchester United should pick him up in January and then potentially could loan him either back to Salzburg or send him to the Bundesliga, or just throw him into that first team squad. There's players in there that would be absolutely impactful on his career. I think a loan move could be good though. You think in 18 months in the Bundesliga, be back for the 24-25 season at 22 years old, ready to tear up the Premier League. He's physically developed pretty big in the last sort of, 12 months. I think there's going to be even more from Benjamin Šeško. But that's kind of my thoughts, guys. Benjamin Šeško in Manchester United's lineup would be perfect. At the moment, more of a goal scorer, more of a guy that's going to operate the penalty area. Under Erik ten Hag, of course, will get more involved in the play outside the box, but I feel that's something that Sesko can do. Could be one of the best strikers in the world. I think at the moment we're seeing an absolute brilliant generation of strikers coming through. Haaland, Vlahovic, Sesko. It's getting super exciting, guys. But do get in the comments below who you think the best young striker in world football is right now. I've been Statman Dave. Subscribe if you're new. We'll see you later.